it's not quite as easy as we first thought, is it? I suspect that actually, if we're honest, that a lot of us, maybe most of us, have people that we struggle with. Have people that actually cause us some hurts and some pain. And who make us sad and make life difficult for us. Maybe actually it's you at school, that there's that person in the class who actually is really rather nasty to you and keeps saying horrible things to you. And actually maybe the bully who just makes fun of you in front of others. And actually what we really want to do is we want to say, I want to throw it back in your face. I know, sorry, that was a bit violent. And actually we want to throw it back to them. We want to say horrible things back to them. Or maybe it's that person in the office who actually makes life really difficult for others. And actually or makes life really difficult for you. Maybe they stop you from having that job promotion. Maybe actually they slag you off behind your back to other people. And actually what we really want to do inside is we want to say horrible things back to them, don't we? And we want to say actually, we want to say bad things to other people about them. We want to get them back. Or maybe actually it's that problem with the neighbour who actually is really nasty to us and has made life really difficult. And there's perhaps that planning permission we saw that they've just said, no, we're not going to do it, and we're going to complain, and then we're going to do all sorts of stuff. And actually we really don't like that, and we just want to make life really difficult for them, don't we? Or maybe actually we see on the news, we see people throwing acid into people's faces. We see bombers going into crowded stadiums and causing havoc. And we actually look at those people and we have real hatred for them because we see what they're doing. You know, the world's view, when we're faced with all these people who actually can make life difficult for us, cause us pain, the world's way is to say, hate them back. The world's way is to say, make life difficult for them. The world's way is to say, just have nothing to do with them. Actually, if they call you names, actually call them names back. If they make life difficult for you, you make life difficult for them. It's take revenge. That's the world's way, isn't it? And yet actually, we've been talking about the upside down kingdom. We've been talking about actually what it means to live God's way. And actually God's way turns all of that completely on its head. God's way actually says, don't act like the world acts. But actually in the passage, Jesus says, do some remarkable things. He said, we're called to love even our enemies. We're called to love those people who really hurt us. And I just want to pick out three things which it says in that passage about what that means. Firstly, it's actually, we're told to pray for them. Instead of throwing stuff back at them, we're told to pray for our enemies. Will you be my enemy today? I'm going to pray for you. We're told actually to pray, because what happens when we pray for them is that actually instead of looking at the person and hating the person, actually we lift our eyes to God. And actually we allow God to maybe change our hearts towards that person. We pray that God would change that person's heart. We can pray blessing on them that actually transforms us, and it can transform the situation. Turn our situation, turn our hatreds, turn our struggles with people into prayer for them. That's what Jesus says. Then secondly, he says bless them. You know, he says actually when we have people that actually we struggle with, he says actually go even further. He says actually give them what they don't deserve. Actually do good to them. Give them what they don't deserve. And actually by doing that, I mean that was the whole business about actually taking their shirt as well, is that actually Jesus says, do amazingly transforming acts that actually may well make a difference in their lives. It may not, but it may well surprise them so much that we behave that way, that maybe they will change. Maybe that it will change the whole situation. I've heard some lovely stories, there's some simple ones. Don't have to do big things about offices or workplaces where actually there's a really horrible culture and actually horrible backstabbing, a nasty culture, and then actually someone decided to go and act differently and just put a chocolate bar in everybody's drawer or just give people gifts and actually try changing the culture that way. And sometimes by making radical changes, even though in our hearts we might not want to. But God can use us to bring transformation in these situations. And then actually perhaps the hard one is, and then it comes on and it says actually, and actually forgive them. There you go, Chris. I forgive you. There we go. Jesus called us to forgive our enemies. And you know, the story that I think of most when I think of this is the story of this lady here. This lady is Corrie ten Boom. Corrie ten Boom is a survivor of the concentration camps in the Second World War. She spent several years in, I can't remember which concentration camp it was, but seeing dreadful things, living in dreadful conditions, having dreadful things done to her by the guards, seeing her sister and other members of her family and so many others die in horrendous situations. And then she spent many of the years since going and speaking of actually how she found God in that place, how she sustained her faith and how God was at work in her in that. And at one meeting she tells of how actually she was speaking in a room full of people. And actually she was speaking on what had happened, and at the end of the meeting somebody came up to her. Somebody came up to her and said, I was one of the guards in your concentration camp. And he held out his hand and said, will you forgive me? And she described how she just was paralysed, how she just couldn't do anything, how she just couldn't reach out and get his hand, and then she prayed. She prayed and said, God, will you help me to forgive? Will you help me to reach out to this person? She said she still didn't do anything. And then she prayed and she said, God, will you forgive me as you've forgiven him? And you help me to forgive us as you've forgiven me. And she said something like an electric current of love came through her body. And she was able to reach out and say, I forgive you, to the person who'd done that most horrendous stuff. And I think what she says here is so true, is that when he tells us to love our enemies, God gives us, along with the command, the love itself. She found out that actually we can't do this stuff on our own. We can't bless others. We can't pray for others. We can't forgive others on our own. But actually we need the love of God to do that. And so actually I want to say that more than anything as we go from here today, where we are struggling with other people, where we're finding things people difficult, maybe we need to more than anything pray, God, will you give me your love for them? Will you change me? Will you give me your love so that I can love them with your love? So what I'd love to do, and what you'll find in your in the pockets at the end of the rows, is you'll find some people. And I would love everybody to just hold the person. There are some pens as well, pencils as well, and if you'd like to use pens and pencils too. And I want you just to think of who are you struggling to love at the moment? Who are you finding that's caused you pain or caused you hurt at the moment? You might like to write this on, you might like to just think of it in your head, and maybe just write the name on one side and then say on the other side, hold that person in your hand for now. And say, what does God call me to do? And maybe it's some of these things, maybe it's pray for them, maybe it's actually to have an act of generosity towards them. Maybe it's actually to pray that God would give you a forgiving heart for them. Maybe it's actually, I'm going to go and bring somebody up. I'm going to go and write a letter to someone that actually I haven't done for a long time, that I've blanked for a long time. I'm going to do something to make a step towards that person. I want to just give you a couple of minutes to just prayerfully, and what you might like, some of the younger ones might like to discuss this with your mums and dads or those people around you, and just to think, who is God putting on your heart? And what might be a little step you could do to love your enemies and to love those people who hurt you and to show God's love for them?